Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the top 10 best power forwards in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. But before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Help me push towards the 12,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, and I would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe if you haven't already. But without further ado, let's hop right into it. Starting off with the number 10 spot, I'm going to go with, and this is a tough list, I gotta say, there are a lot of good power forwards, but I'm going Alonzo Mourning at number 10. I think his biggest flaw is the fact that he's a little bit undersized at 6'10" with a 7'6" wingspan, though the wingspan is incredible. Hotspots are amazing. He's got great finishing and especially defensive badges. Clamp breaker, quick first step. Defensive stats are insane. He's super fast and a very good shooter with a very good release, normal leaner, elite level SIGs, and quick drops. He's an amazing card. Just a bit undersized. Size is super important at the power forward position, but I certainly think he's a top tier card still. I mean, he is very, very good. I just wish he was a little bit taller, and that's really the only problem with Alonzo, because outside of that, he's an amazing card. Marc Gasol, I think, provides a lot of value as a budget power forward as well. Coming in at 7'1" with a 7'4" wingspan, has a lot better size. Hotspots from everywhere, 17 hops, but very good ones. I mean, he's got all the key interior defensive hops, interceptor, quick first step, catch and shoot, limitless range, agent 3, bully, posterizer, rise up, good speed, still great interior defender, elite level shooter, and a very, very good dunker. He does have quick drops. He's got very solid SIGs still, and he's got a really, really good release. I think while he may not be quite as good of a shot creator as a guy like Alonzo Mourning, he's a better overall card, and I think the size is very valuable on the defensive end of the court. He's my favorite budget power forward in the game, and I think he's an amazing, amazing card still. Going Artis Gilmore at number 8. Artis is better at center than he is at power forward, I think, but he's still very good at power forward. I mean, he's still got good speed. He's 7'2" with an afro that makes him look about 7'4". Decent shooter, very good dunker, and a very, very good defensive card. I mean, he's got every single defensive half in the game, and his defensive stats are amazing. Finishing is also really, really good. Release is solid. Jared Vanderbilt based. Taj Gibson up around, very quick and smooth. It's easy to green, normal leaner, super good SIGs, quick drops off one. I like the card a lot. I think he's better at center than he is at power forward, but I still think he's a great option at the power forward position. And I think even maybe number 8 might be a little bit low for Artis. The reason I have him at number 8 is because I have Dikembe just barely over him. I will admit I haven't really used Artis very much, so my opinion might change on that the more I were to use a guy like Artis. But Dikembe, while not being quite as good of a shooter or quite as fast, is still an exceptional defender who is a very good playmaker. Once you add all the shooting badges on him, he's still a very good shooter, and I love his release. This Mitchell Robinson-based Kobe up run very quick, I think is just so good that even though the three-point rating is lower, I still think he's probably a better overall card and a really, really good option at that position. Just a huge fan of what you can get out of a guy like Dikembe Mutombo still on the defensive end of the court in terms of his player build, all that stuff. Just a really, really good all-around card, and I think he's a very, very good option at the power forward or center position still, and does deserve a top 7 spot. Kristaps Porzingis is going to come in at number 6, a 7'3" power forward who is an elite level shooter and still a very, very good defender with an amazing player build. A really, really good card with decent speed, great shooting, really good interior defensive ability. The badges are nice all the way around in terms of finishing, shooting, and defense. No playmaking badges, but that's okay. He's a very decent slasher. He does have quick drops. He's got not the best SIGs, to be fair, but he does still have a very solid release. KP base is really, really good, and being 7'3" is something that you just can't undervalue either. Still one of the best power forwards in the game, despite having been out. I mean, this card's been out since the beginning of March, almost 3 months at this point, and he is still one of the better power forwards in the game. Now, next card on this list is going to be Bol Bol. I think Bol Bol is better at small forward. I will say that, as is the next guy who's going to be on the list, but I'm including him at power forward because I think he's still incredible at the power forward position. Some people do play him at the power forward position. I mean, 7'2" with a 7'7" wingspan. That's still incredible size. Hotspots from everywhere. 40 hops, good, really good speed, elite shooter, very good dunker, very good interior defender, or just all-around defender, to be completely honest. He's a KP, but better. He is an inch shorter, which is, I mean, it matters a little bit, but his release is basically the same. He's got much better SIGs and quick drops. I think the top 5 separates himself a bit from this next 5. Like, I think this 5 is pretty close to interchangeable, especially guys like Artis, Dikembe, and KP, versus the top 5, which I think elevates themselves a bit. We know how good of a card Bol Bol is, and I do think he does deserve a top 5 spot, even though I would recommend running him a small forward if you do have the card. Chad Holmgren, exact same thing. I mean, another amazing card who is admittedly better at small forward. He's the best small forward in the game, whereas I only think he's like the 4th best power forward option. But 7' with a 7'6" wingspan. I think he's listed at 7'1" in game, at least that's what I remember. He's got a great player build, very long, hotspots from everywhere, 40 hops, really good all-around Hall of Fame badges. He's very, very fast, 95 speed and excel, 97 shot 3, 95 standing and driving dunk. Defensive stats across the board are exceptional, and he's got an amazing release with really, really good SIGs and quick drops as well. As y'all can see, the level just elevates once you get to this top 5. Chet and Bulbul are both incredible cards, but there are 3 guys I do think are better than him, including the Taco Fall, who I think a lot of people expected to be at number 2, but I have him at number 3 because of you all will see who in just a second. Now, Taco is statistically and badge-wise the worst card on this list, and it's not close. He's not an elite level shooter, and he's slow, but he's 7'6" with maybe the glitchiest player build in the game, and does not play whatsoever like he has 64 speed. Not to mention the fact that I really like his release as well, very similar to Dikembe's release in that it is a Mitchell Robinson base. It's only on quick, but it's still super smooth and easy to green, and he's got one of the glitchiest player builds in the game, maybe the glitchiest in terms of mashing interior dominance on both ends of the court. He still runs the game in a lot of ways. Still an incredible card. Can still get every badge too, so you can add fast twitch, catch and shoot, limitless range, quick first step, a badge like challenger as well if you'd like, to make him very, very complete and very, very good still. And then, I mean, he's still a top 3 power forward in my opinion. The only reason he's not top 2 is because of the Shaquille O'Neal card. This Invincible Shaq is the best Shaq I have ever seen in my team. He is 7'1" with a 7'7" wingspan, hotspots from everywhere, invincible stats, so obviously 97, 98, and 99 stats across the board. His badges are going to be incredible, and he's not missing a single really key badge. But what makes him so good is his Montrezl Harrell base with John All Upper. This is one of my favorite releases I've used all year. This combination is just absolutely incredible. On very quick. He has basic leaner. I don't care. His SIGs are very, very good as well, and he's got quick drops, and he moves insanely. Stupid fast with one of the widest, biggest player builds in the game, and an absolutely unbelievable release. This is the best Shaq card that I think we've ever gotten in my team, and I really do mean that. He is that good. At least since like 2K19, we got that Shaq that could play point guard before position locks and was also insane. I mean, Shaq is unbelievable. He is such a good card. Best Shaq we've gotten in a very long time, and it makes me pleased to see it. But unfortunately, he's not number 1 because Manute Bol is number 1, and that was never going to be in debate. Manute might be the best power forward in the game for the rest of the year, at least until we get like an in-game Taco or an in-game Invincible Yao or something like that. But 7'7" with an 8'5" wingspan. First of all, tallest player in the game. Not only that, hotspots forever, 40 Hall of Fame badges, elite level shooter, really good release, decent speed on a 7'7" player, and incredible, insane defensive ability, especially on the interior, as well as great athleticism. Doesn't have great dunk animations, I don't care. His SIGs are decent, not insane, I don't care. Jared Allen base is really, really good. He's got an elite level release at 7'7", and he can halfway move, and he's got good speed. This is the best card in the game by a pretty significant margin right now. He's basically Yao Ming, except a much better version, and he is easily the best power forward in the game, and it's not particularly close. If y'all haven't used Manute and haven't played against Manute, lucky you, because that card is ridiculous, and he is such a pain in the butt to play against and try to beat, especially when you don't have him like I don't. But he's the best power forward in the game, and there's no doubt about it. It's not particularly close. So that is going to do it for this video. Hope y'all did enjoy. Let me know what y'all think of my top 10 power forwards. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.